everyone, welcome back to Simplified by Singam. If you are new here, then welcome to this channel. Well, today we are going to learn something really cool, which is all about how to create a Python function that can take any number of inputs and return their sum as output. You just have to create a function called SumElements that accepts a variable number of arguments, that means as many as you want, and returns the sum of all of them. Sounds fun, right? Let's dive in. So usually when we write a function, we decide in advance like how many parameters it will take. Like for example, when we create a function and if we want to add two numbers and you can just return A and B, right? But what if we don't know how many numbers that user will pass? User might pass 2 or maybe 5 or even 10. So that's where this special keyword, which is called args, which is something like this. Let me show you. This keyword comes in. You can think of it as a little bag that can hold any number of values and all packed together for your function to use. How's it? Let's try using args. So all you have to do is just create some elements. Just do args. And here, for example, in the beginning it was 0. So let's create a variable called total and let's store it 0 in it. And for num in args, total plus equal to num, which is same as total equal to total plus num, which is nothing but the number that user gives. And you will just return total. Let's go line by line. So here, this SumElements. This means this is our function. It can take any number of inputs. And if we call it like SumElements of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like SumElements of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like it is going to add all those numbers and it is going to give that total as output. And if you see here, we have total equal to 0. We start from 0 because we are going to add all the numbers. And then for num in args, so we loop through every number and then this total plus equal to num, we keep on adding each number to our total. So total equal to total plus number. And finally, we return that total and that gives us the final sum. Like think of args like a list where it stores all the values, inputs, and we are going to just add all those inputs here as a logic. It's nice and simple, right? Let's see. The reason it is not showing anything is because we are not printing anything. Let's print. See, it is giving 15. That's the sum of all these elements is 15. Okay. Now, a quick question. You might have like, can we use args, these, for strings or other data types too? The answer is yes, you can, but it depends on what your function does. In this example, we are adding numbers. So all inputs should be numeric, right? So if you pass strings, then Python will give you an error because we can't, not even we, Python can't add numbers and text together, right? So that's why it will throw error. Let's try a few more lines, or you can play around with it. Like you can give 5, comma 10, and you can give as many numbers as you want, and you can still check the output. But I have one more question. Like, what if user wants to give input through commands? So at the time, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is you just have to create a list. Let's create numbers equal to input. Enter the numbers separated by spaces. And we are going to create a list called numList. And you're going to split them. Something like, we have already seen this. So int of x, we are converting each input to integer. So for x in numbers. And you just have to split with space. So here we are actually converting each of these string values to integers. And once we have them, we are storing it in the numbers list. Like we are going to each and every element and we are converting it into integer because by default, we get inputs as strings, right? So we have to convert it to integer and at the same time, you have to split that a bunch of numbers and then you have to store it as a list. So that is what this logic is all about. For x in numbers dot split is nothing but it is going to split the numbers, and when it is going to split each and every number, at the same time, it is going to convert that data type of that number from string to integer. And we are storing this in numList. It is same as for x in numbers, numList dot append int of x. So this logic is same as this logic, but here we are creating the list at the same time and we are splitting the values, and at the same time we are converting the data from string to integer. And you can just send this nums list here as parameters. And yeah, that's it. When you run it, like for example, I give numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got an error now. Is because you have to give star here because it's a argument, something like this. So basically you're creating arguments through input. Let's try now. See, it's 15. Just with this small star, it is going to change the entire meaning of the program. So always follow the syntax. So this is the syntax of arguments. It is like you're telling the computer that I have a bunch of values and you have to perform an operation. And based on the function, it is going to perform it. Right, my friends, that's it for today's session. You have just learned how to create functions that can handle multiple inputs using arguments. And I hope you realize you're no longer just learning syntax, you're learning how to think like a programmer. Before you go, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss my upcoming coding lessons. And I've also put together a free beginner-friendly ebook that covers all these exercises with extra examples and even practice questions. You can find the download link right below in the description. Go check it out and start practicing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep coding, keep growing, and stay awesome.